all started on the 6th. I was going to go into work, and then I didn't go into work. And then we had a midwife appointment that day, and they told me to go into work because it wasn't time yet. And then when I was at work, Hannah's mucus plug started to come out, which ended up not meaning much because it came out for the next like 2 days, which was disgusting. So I came home. Her contractions were pretty close, so we went ahead and called everybody.
What time?
I don't remember. It was like 2 a.m. or something. I can start timing.
In duration, I felt like that was a long one. But you're doing great. Yes, sit in between.
Oh.
It's okay.
Oh boy.
It's
You
okay.
did good, Hannah.
You were created for this. That's right.
My friend Savannah challenged me to ask God for a word just to hold on to during my birth and what he was saying about how my labor would go. And this is what I heard him say. You are co-laboring with me. We are doing this together as a team. You are my vessel. I am your strength. This baby was my idea before it was your idea, and you are fulfilling a mission I have set before you. You can do it with me and my help and the tools I have given you. Lean on me. Everything you need for this assignment is in me, and you will succeed. Don't do it in your strength. You cannot do a supernatural thing without a supernatural co-laborer. You have heaven's strength. And the main thing that I had in my mind during birth, instead of this whole phrase necessarily, was just the phrase, I'm the vessel and he is my strength. That's what I just kept telling myself, is I'm co-laboring with Jesus, and we're doing it together. He's the one that's saying most of the memories, because I do not have hardly any memories from the birth. I have about 10 to 15 small memories.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he's sharing most of the details.
So anyway, so everybody came. Good, Hannah. Good. Doing good. You're opening. I think Hannah got to a 5, and then like 5 hours later, she was still at a 5. And so our midwife just said to send everybody home and call back when it picked up.
And this was on the 7th?
And we just kind of hung out. The night of the 7th at like 10 o'clock, Hannah's mom came and we all just kind of chilled in the living room while Hannah had contractions, but we were just like keeping track of them. And she'd get up and go to the bathroom and come back, get up and go to the bathroom every time she got a contraction. So it got to the point where we felt like they were pretty close, but in reality, we still should have waited. Looking back, they weren't close enough.
This was the night of the 7th?
This is the night of the 7th. And then it ended up being like 2 a.m. And so then now we're moving into the 8th at this point. And we're still, like, none of us, we haven't slept at all since
The 6th.
Yeah.
Well, you and I since the 6th.
Yeah, ish. And we've, a couple, like, 10 minutes here and there. And so going into the 8th, we called them back and told them what was going on. They got here and she was a 7, 8, close to an 8. We're like, oh, perfect. And so we started filling up the pool because we felt like she was moving along.
Towel. Jesus.
It's right here.
It's right here, Em.
And then I think Hannah was in the pool for like 15 minutes.
I remember that. The pool was very cold, and I did not like it at all.
It
was freezing.
It was 94 degrees, but they can't put it up any more than that because for the babies.
Also, there was a small hole in the pool, and
it was deflating.
It was slowly deflating, and the whole time I was aware that there was a hole in it, and I just kept thinking, this is deflating. We need to fill it with air, and I was just distracted. I was trying to labor and not think of the fact that the pool was deflating as I was laying on the side of it.
Yeah, she got out of the pool and she labored mostly in the, I would say mostly in the bathroom. good.
Oh, yes. It's happening.
Yeah.
Good stuff is happening.
What do you feel down there?
Thank you. Oh, washcloth. Oh.
Back. Are we still okay? I know you're
Yeah.
And just like a lot of just over the toilet, and then to relieve a lot of like pain and stuff because she had pain in her back. Not like back labor, not true back labor, but definitely pain. She'd get in the tub, and then we have like a water spray, and I'd spray her back, and then she'd get out and then try and work her body to get baby moving.
One of the memories I have is getting in and out of the pool over and over again, and every time I would get out, I remember Daniel took a towel and he would dry my legs off, and that's just one of the random memories that I have. And I remember thinking, oh, this is so nice that he keeps drying off my legs over and over again.
So we went the whole 8th, just like, it was pretty exhausting, you know, for Hannah and for our midwives. I mean, everybody's been there now since since 2 o'clock in the morning, and nobody really slept. We sent people home the 7th, and we called them back the 8th at like 2 a.m. So they went home and maybe slept for 2 hours or 3 hours, depending on how early they got in bed. So nobody was really running on much sleep. So people were just trying to sleep when they could, and then tried to labor in bed. And so then it started getting to the point where they're like, okay, like this has been a long time. We need to start, your water it didn't really break.
Fully.
So like they took a look and they're like, it's kind of pressing up against, so it might be a good idea to just go ahead and break your water.
The rest of the way.
Yeah, so they took a thing and broke her water the rest of the way. And that did get things moving a little bit, but not a ton. So then labored for hours. This is like, we're laboring. And then it gets to the point where now she's pushing. Like it got to that point where her cervix was completely dilated. And so now she's pushing, and it's like, awesome, okay, we're getting close now. And so pushing for hours, and it got to the point where she's pretty much delirious and just like out of it.
So it's day 3 of being in labor and 13 hours of pushing.
Well, it ends up being 13 hours of pushing,
right?
But we're in that right now. And so she's pushing and going back and forth, laying on the bed, getting up, making a little bit of progress, the baby going back in, all this kind of stuff for hours and hours.
Feeling it?
Okay, go ahead and try to push real quick.
You're gonna do a crunch. You're gonna do a crunch. You don't have to crunch. Just lean forward like you're doing a crunch. Good. Jesus. She's doing a baby now. Oh, good. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Do another one. I got this lip up over that head.
You want more, honey?
It's not going to be hard to get it past her head.
Okay, like one more time. Yeah, well, yeah, honey, you do. Yes, this is such a
Baby's
progress
moving right now.
Baby's moving.
Baby's like,
praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
it's like here on baby's head now. So it's not all the way behind, but it's back.
Let's see if we can just go one more. Make sure it's gonna stay. Get the baby past it.
You don't have to go in there. So when you feel it's, just go a lot of molding in the skull now. That's
Dude.
good. That wasn't there earlier.
Good.
It's all
That's what you
molded.
guys were waiting for.
That means the head's like molding to come out.
Yes.
Mhm.
And this will be perfect. He'll get his 15 minutes. He needs it. It'll be just enough to watch his baby born.
Bear with me. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, it's back. Bind it up again. Really push on like a big poop, okay? Big. There you go. There you go.
Down through your body.
Mm-hmm.
Down through your bottom.
Right down through here. Look, I'm gonna show you where. Right down through here. Right down here. Push my fingers out. There you go. That's it. Right down here. There you go. When we can start seeing little bits of hair, we'll work our magic.
Through it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I promise you.
Oh. Wait now. Open it up. I have to wait until I feel a contraction to bear down.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
Save your energy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, work with it.
Yeah.
That's it. I know. Perfect. Perfect. Open it. It's opening. I've never seen any couple like you two.
That's the truth.
It is. It's truthfully.
Truthfully the truth.
Yeah. All right, keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
There you go. Just like that. Yep. There you go. Just like that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, it's back. It's all the way back.
Okay. We're even gonna stay like this for a little bit here.
It's all the way back behind the
working.
head. I can't even feel it anymore. As soon as she lifted this leg up, it flipped back behind the head.
Really?
Thank you, Lord. It's okay.
Good.
Yeah. Keep going like this because the baby's it's progressing when you're like this.
It's a little bit of black hair.
Oh, it's got some black hair.
Surprise. Push my fingers out. That's it. That's it, girl. Pressing outside. Push down through here. Down through here. I'm in the way. That's
Oh, it's not natural to be on my back.
It's not. I think she just wants to make sure, and then we're going to move you. Okay.
I have to pee.
Okay. Okay.
Is it okay if I
Can we
pee?
get ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
She's like, we're definitely. And you know, while we're in the room, definitely now it's there. Come on. Definitely. Oh yeah. So she's probably like, words mean nothing to me. I want the proof. The proof is in the pudding. I did. I think that was kind of why I felt a little hopeless because I go in there and I'm like, you're doing good. I can't say. In a little bit, you're done. And
Yeah.
you're almost there. You're not. They said maybe midnight. We're coming in and capturing the moment because it's happening.
Yes.
For real.
It's happening
No,
for
not-
real this time.
Not any.
Oh, no.
No.
I mean, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But we're not close. Okay.
Oh
No, I
my
just don't want
gosh.
you to-
Just so you know. We're still.
No, we're
getting on the
close. We're
computer club.
close. We're close. We're close.
Not in the. Not. We're it's not gonna be immediate though. We're still.
Yes, not immediate, but
She's moving every single
surprisingly
time.
close.
Every single time.
Heart rate still good?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
That sounds great.
No, I'm not doing anything. Okay.
That was very strong. I think I'd be better without them in here.
Okay.
You do better without us? Okay.
Oh.
Just got a lot of hair.
You
Lots of
are.
black hair. We're kind of far in there, guys, but we're seeing
You're
hair.
there.
We're seeing the hair.
Hallelujah. You're there.
Hallelujah.
Baby girl.
Thank
You're
you,
there, baby
Jesus.
Girl.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yep, I think
woman,
this is good.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes. We know you're faithful. You wouldn't let us
good.
down.
Yeah, that was huge.
I know.
Thank you. That was huge.
This
Yeah.
is like the most that we've seen this whole entire night. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not just saying that. I'm
Oh,
serious.
yeah. No,
You
you're
can
a...
all see the hair.
Yeah.
Like a lot of black hair. Okay.
Yes.
So cute.
Are those actual pushes, or what are you
I
doing?
don't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, no, that's okay. I just don't want you wasting all your energy.
Yep.
I want you to wait for the big
Conserve.
Wait
ones.
till you get that.
See the head is
Each contraction brings
just a
And it's thinning out this tissue to stretch over the whole head, so it's all on purpose. You're doing amazing.
What am I doing?
You're just waiting until you have a strong contraction, and then you're gonna push
The
just
same as before.
same as just what you did, same as
deep
before.
breath in.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Here. Come on, Hannah. That's it. That's it, Hannah. There you go. Yep. Catch your breath and do it again.
Right down on it.
Right down on it. Yep. Yep. That's good. Good job. That's good.
Rest.
Rest your legs. Rest your body. Yep. That time it was like almost
It's doing it by itself.
Almost there. Rest your body. That's part. You did it exactly perfect. For sure.
Save that breath inside. Bear down. Good. Yeah. Good job.
Good?
Yeah.
Good.
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 Yeah. What year was it? Getting the neighbors' ears.
Don't worry about
Dan
it.
already informed them.
Yeah, I told them what was going on. And I said,
No, I don't think they hear you. You're louder to yourself.
Yeah.
You're not even allowed.
No.
What'd you tell him, Dan?
I
Me and
said,
your
we're
mom
having a
talk
baby in our
louder.
house.
Uh-huh.
I just want to let you guys know. He's like, oh, that's awesome.
Aww.
Like, so if she's screaming, I'm not beating her.
Middle of the night.
idea.
At dark.
Alright, so I'm gonna lay on my back.
Yes.
Yes. Just like you were when you did a lot of the good
So we
push.
just want, let's get this head out.
Oh,
Cute
that's
So
little
you,
head.
can see, so you can see the head. See
Yeah,
the
just put
face.
it on your back like you did
Like
last
Catherine.
time.
Don't be afraid. Great job, Hannah. Great job.
Keep that growl in, honey. You're doing great.
You know where yours is at?
Good, good, good.
You get it then, because I can't find it.
We're gonna roll up 2 little tiny hand towels. That way it lets your tailbone get right out of the way, okay? And let's stay right like this. Let's get this baby out.
People started talking about transferring to the hospital because of her just mental state, and we'd been in labor for, I think she'd been pushing at that point for like almost 8 hours.
And they said like a maternal
For 6,
exhaustion.
yeah, for 6, maybe it was 6 hours. And so I was kind of like, yeah, like that's fine if that's what we need to do. And then Hannah, well, you know, she was like, oh, that's unfortunate. I don't really want to do that. So like, okay, well, let's try one more time and see what progress we make. And then finally people were like, when was the last time Hannah went number one? When was the last time Hannah peed? And I was like, I don't know. Like, she's gotten on the toilet a lot, but I cannot tell you the last time I actually heard water come out. And so then they decided to go ahead and put a catheter in just to see if her bladder was full. And it ended up her bladder had like 600 mil of liquid, and we'll just stop there.
Baby is crying.
So I gotta go help her. All right, we're back after a few days. Anyway, Hannah got her bladder drained, and that helped a lot.
I'm not sure how I feel about you.
I don't give a rip about my hat. Let's go. So they drained her bladder, and that helped a lot. We really started to see the baby's head moving and stuff like that. So we like got like a sense of, oh wow, like this is gonna happen. This is now. Like, and it was like really cool.
And the midwife even said it has to be like now, or we'll have to transfer her.
Yeah, she was like,
we'll give her a little bit longer.
Ended up, it did not move like we hoped it would. It would like come out a little bit, and Hannah would push and push, and we tell her to just bear down, and she was getting to the point where she was like, now what do I do? What do I do?
I was like delirious, they said.
We're like, oh my gosh, should we be doing this?
Because I was pushing when I wasn't feeling a contraction.
Yeah, she didn't realize. And we're like, no.
I was just out of my mind.
Only when you feel the contraction. Because she would push, and we'd be like, there was no movement. We'd be like, did you just have a contraction, or did you just push? And she'd be like, I just pushed. Like, no, you can't do that. Gotta wait. And so like that went on for forever, and the baby would come out a lot, and we'd be like, oh yes, and then like it would just retract back in.
This happened for like hours.
Yeah, hours like this. And
I pushed for 13 hours.
13 hours altogether.
Pushing.
Yeah, and so then it got to a point where like it really came to a head of like, if something doesn't happen, we're gonna transfer. And Hannah was like, oh, that's unfortunate. You know, she was just so like out of it really. At
one point, the midwife said, go and rest. And I don't really remember details of this, but I remember laying in bed and it being completely dark, and I kept waking up and telling Dale, I have to go to the bathroom. And he said, just go right here, right now. And I was like, no, I have to go to the bathroom. Can you help me to the bathroom? And he said, no, you have to close your eyes. Just close your eyes and go. And I was just so confused.
Because you didn't have to go to the bathroom.
I didn't have to. It was just the pressure. And I was just kind of like not with it in my mind. So I didn't understand why he was telling me that. And I was like, I have to go, take me to the bathroom. And he just kept, and like, it would be over and over. How many times did it happen? A lot?
We laid in bed for probably only 15 minutes really.
Oh.
Trying to go to sleep, but it was just like every second.
I just said that.
Dan, I gotta go to the bathroom. No, you don't.
Over and over.
And then finally I was like, Hannah, you need to go to sleep or you're gonna get transferred.
And when he said that, I was really scared.
She was like, what?
Because I didn't know.
I didn't know
that.
You need to go to sleep. It's like, or you are going to get transferred. So anyway, they all thought we were sleeping in there, and I'm just trying to coach her to not get out of bed. I'm like, because I hear them out there, they're sleeping. I'm like, bull crap, we're sleeping. Like, you try sleeping in here with this girl right now. And so that went on for forever, and then finally, like, I don't remember what happened exactly. Oh, Hannah and I went into the bathroom by ourselves, and I just shut the door, and I was like, we're just gonna work and do this in here together for a while. And then it was like, oh, there's hair coming out. And so we were in there for a while, and then like our midwife came in and people, and they looked like, yep, that baby's head is coming out. Like, it's right there.
Ocean, you got this, Hannah. Oh, you got it. You got it, honey. Oh, you got it, honey. Good job. I'm so proud of you. Good job. Did you do it? It's not yet, but it's close. It's like I want you to feel down there. Yeah, I want you to feel. I'm gonna grab some stuff. No, it's the baby. You're feeling the baby. That's your baby. That's your baby. Oh. That's your baby. Wow. Oh, I know. It's okay. Ready? Do you want to listen happy or just let her down? Oh. For the moment. Oh. When you get down there. Okay. She's got good contractions, though. Yeah, they're back. There. If you can keep bearing down. Is that an ear? No, it's not a ear. I thought I saw an ear and then the baby's head. This is the most head we've seen out. Okay. Head of hair. Yeah, lots of hair. Lots of hair. Yeah. Hannah was born with a ton of hair. Did she? Oh, tons. Okay, you ready? Yeah, honey, this is it. Right. Yep, stand up and come back. Oh.
Yeah, that's good. Yep, don't force it.
She did feel shades better out when she squatted. Should we tell her? Keep squatted.
More, Kathy.
Good, breathe some, Hannah.
Yeah.
You definitely made some movement.
Yeah, you did. More. There's more.
Oh yeah, more babies coming out.
Yep. Just tight.
Yeah. Did you give me shit back?
Yeah. Not a bad idea. That's not going back up. I think. It's just tight. Like that, Kristen.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's head back.
Waddle.
Oh boy.
I mean, we've been. Here, look. Just waddle like that. Just keep your legs wide.
Yeah, that's actually good.
Please
for
do.
you.
Just keep them
Baby's not
wide.
going back. It's hanging out.
Okay, but
Hold his.
Just try. Well, let's at least start moving. If you have the baby in the hallway, that's fine. They just
wait, we're done, right? The baby's out.
it's still inside of you, but we have the head out. You know how it works. Come on.
I can't right now.
Just try, buddy.
Let's
just
do what's
Because
working.
you
We
You've
can't run the
done
risk.
Way more than you thought you could do.
Oh.
You definitely can do. Keep moving. You're doing good. Perfect. Baby's still hanging out.
No, all the hair is still there.
Oh yeah.
Good. We're just gonna get the other big.
Baby's head had basically completely come out now. It's completely crowned almost. Like it wasn't gonna go back in. And so Hannah waddled to the bed because that was where we were gonna have the baby now. Planned on having it in a pool, but that just wasn't working out for the reasons we already said. So she got on the bed and she was on all fours on the end of the bed. And our midwife was like, hey, like, I think the only thing that's stopping this baby right now is just it doesn't have enough space to come out. And she wanted to do an episiotomy. And you know, that's not something, they don't want to do interventions. Like the idea is to have the least amount of interventions as possible. But you know, Hannah just needed some. But when it came to that one, Hannah was like, she just said, no, I don't want to do it. And our midwife said, okay. Like, okay. And so then Hannah pushed, and the midwife really was trying to help get the baby out, because honestly at that point we didn't know how much Hannah had left in her. Like, how much energy can somebody have after laboring for close to 3 days and then pushing for 13 hours? It's like, you probably not a lot left.
Here it comes.
Do you need leg up a little more?
This is it.
It does seem to be working.
I need more light.
You hear that?
Gosh, you're giving me, I could show it to you.
I know. I know.
The head's out.
Give me everything you got. Are you having a contraction?
Side too.
Is this a contraction?
Oh, the head's.
All the
You're
way.
doing amazing.
Right here.
Good job, Hannah.
Ouch.
I know, Mom. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help. Okay.
You were made for this.
Yes.
You were made for this.
This is gonna be over soon.
It seems crazy, but you were made for this.
You're doing so good. The head's out.
No, I'm just trying to loosen.
You actually are up top.
I know.
So beautiful. Okay. Yep, don't fight. She's trying to loosen up that tissue. We don't have to. Yep.
And then it'll be over. And then it'll be over. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's just,
She's go. Yes. Yes.
It's almost over.
No.
The head's out.
The worst is over.
We just need the
The worst is over.
We're just waiting for the contraction to push the rest out.
Okay. The head's not out yet.
Three quarters.
Just need a little more head out.
I almost have it. I know.
I know, so close. I think it will.
Yeah.
I need as much room as I can get.
Are we good? Yeah.
You're yes. Like
Big push. Big push. Here.
keep pushing. So close. It's almost all the way done. Push. You're doing so good.
I know, it feels like he's doing amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want more arnica?
Yeah, let's give her 5 pellets of that.
5 pellets.
Then she moved to her back. She was on all fours, and then she moved to her back, and I was like, she was like on my lap. She pushed, and then it was, they were helping the baby move, and then bada bing, bada boom, poop comes out the baby.
Not out of me though, right?
What?
Not out of me. I didn't poop.
Oh, the baby didn't poop either. I just meant like poof comes out the baby.
I know.
So the baby came out.
We don't know. It's still.
We're almost getting it delivered on this next push. You're getting it delivered on the next push.
Yeah, your next contraction is it.
And it'll be over.
Then you're going to sleep.
Yeah.
She'll probably get a shoulder drain just from. Really? Oh yeah.
But you could do whatever you want as soon as you get this last push.
Nipple stem, probably part of the museums.
Nipple stem.
I want to get this baby delivered.
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. 100. That's good. Okay, I got Tony.
Thank you, Lord.
Ready?
When you're ready. When you're ready.
Okay, she's gonna help you, okay? There we go.
Yes.
Great job, Kat.
Yes.
You drink it. You need a leg up? Oh, there we go, there we go. Oh, this is support. Okay, great. Oh, here we go.
Hannah, you got it.
Close, Kat.
You got it, Hannah.
Here comes baby.
Here comes the baby. You got the cutout. It's done. You did it. You did it.
Yes,
Oh, you're just crying.
right away. I'm sorry, I make him mad. Let me make him mad.
You did it. You're a beautiful baby.
Oh, sorry. I know, I go make him.
You did it, Hannah. The hardest working mom I've ever seen.
I know.
Look at that little bit.
Open that.
Okay.
Talk to us.
Did we get the birth time?
Right in your mouth.
Oh my
Right here in the corner. Perfect. Baby's like, hey, what's a wheels? What's a
You
wheels?
did it. You're done, Hannah. You're done. Look at that.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Her is perfect. 130s. Her is amazing.
Do you want to see?
Yeah. Look, we don't know.
What is it?
Mama, look. Feel with your hand. It's a girl.
It is a little girl.
It's Lily.
I'm so completely wrong.
It's a big girl.
It's your baby.
Congratulations.
Can you grab me a couple gloves, huh? You got bollocks. That was a tough one.
Yes, it's
Dang
clear
it.
it out.
That was. Congratulations, everybody. Yeah.
348 was birth time.
I was just crying, and at that point I was just thinking, oh, I hope it's a girl. I really hope it's a girl, because Hannah, she didn't ever say like she wanted a boy or a girl, but she always had a name picked out for a girl. I just kind of knew like that would make her like that would be nice. We would have been happy with a boy too, but I just in my heart was like, after all that, please let it be a freaking girl.
And they handed her to me, and I didn't actually know what it was, and the umbilical cord was too short for me to like really pull her high to my, like all the way to my chest. And so I was trying to feel with my hand because I like couldn't see, and
I looked down and I just saw 2 little bumps. I thought it was a ball sack, but it wasn't.
what was it?
A vagina.
Yeah, it was a girl, and we were excited.
This was as hard as it was with her.
Oh, it's okay, baby. You're with mom and dad now.
No mom and dad have ever fought harder.
That's
Okay, we'll get it.
Yeah.
Hannah, you were laboring for 3 days.
We've got a big team.
3 days.
Postpartum. Let me know.
I've never even heard of that.
Then Hannah was bleeding. She just had a lot of blood.
And the placenta was retained.
Yeah, she had a retained placenta.
So I had to go.
So we ended up calling, she lost a liter of blood. And so we ended up calling 911 and left the baby at home and took Hannah to St. Anne's.
Left the baby with my family.
Yeah, obviously. There are people here. And then she got a DNC. She lost another 1.5 liters of blood and then had 2 blood transfusions. But luckily while we were at the hospital, we were able to bring the baby and Hannah was able to start feeding her.
And we were there for
3 days. 2 nights, 3 days. And then we got to come home and the baby was super healthy and Hannah obviously had some recovery to do and still is recovering. But like, you know, feel really happy and...
We did it.
Yeah, she did it. I think at the time, I was really like, felt like we did the wrong thing. Like, oh, we should have transferred sooner. We should have done this. But like I had so many like thoughts like that. But then it kind of got to the point where I'm like, you know, we had so many victories throughout the labor. So many times where it was like, oh no, like we're only like maybe 40 minutes away or 30 minutes away. And like that happened like constantly, like throughout. And so it was hard. It was like, well, if we're right there, we're just gonna wait. But just how everything was going, you know, we ended up having just difficulties throughout it.
Yeah, even the midwife saying after 8 hours of pushing, we're gonna transfer. And
yeah, but then it was like we had this huge breakthrough, and we're like, oh no, like let's just stay. If we had that was awesome. Like
yeah, and then it was 5 hours.
And then it was then it was another 5 hours, and it was just like, you know, you could look back and be like, oh, you should have transferred after this time, but in the moment, you know, the baby was doing great. They checked the heart rate. I mean, like a lot. Checked the heart rate, checked Hannah's heart rate, made sure she was good, and the whole time the baby was healthy and fine. And so it was like, as long as Hannah's okay, like let's just keep doing this. And right after Hannah had the baby, it was like she came to a lot. It was like, oh, like, because she's kind of back, but she was obviously very tired.
Yeah, like my mental state at the end of birth was, my eyes were very dilated. Like I was actually like, it was like I was drugged. They were saying like I was acting like,
yeah, but it was just from
things just
not
kind of childish, like just I don't know.
Yeah, just all kinds. It's just funny stuff that, you know. But she was just tired, but like I said, looking
I don't
back,
actually remember. That's why I don't have bad memories of it, because I think because of my sleep deprivation and God's grace, I don't remember it. So I'm like, I would do it again. I thought home birth was great because I genuinely.
And I mean, in reality, it wasn't bad.
Don't have any bad memories.
It really wasn't bad. It wasn't.
It was just tired.
That's why you don't have bad memories, because it was just long.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was just long, and it was just a lot of pushing and a lot of. But at the end of the day, you had your baby at home. If we would have gone to the hospital, she would have had to get a C-section,
which I'm so glad I didn't.
She didn't want one. Like, you know, obviously some people prefer those, and that's fine. Like, I get that too. But she really wanted to have a baby at home, so it was like, and she got to, and she's doing fine. And, you know, I don't really think it was a bad experience. Like, when it was first over, I thought, wow, I screwed up. Like, we should have transferred forever ago. But then it's like, no, it was fine. Like, she did good. And next time is not going to be like that. And we learned a lot of how things will change and just, like, ways to make it go smoother. And
I do have a random few memories from the labor. I don't remember much, but I remember eating these little gummies that were helping with my energy levels that the midwife kept giving me. I remember going on a walk around our block and a walk around our backyard with Daniel, and I remember going in and out of the bathtub over and over, and Daniel kept drying me off, like drying my legs off, and then I'd go back in, I'd come out and he'd dry me off. Oh, I got an enema. I remember that. I hated that.
I think we already talked about most of this.
Didn't want to do that.
Like 90% of this.
Anyways, I don't have
that was it. That's our birth
memories,
story.
but those are the ones I have, so that's my take of my birth.
We're just so thankful we had awesome midwives and our family here to pray for us and help with anything we needed. And yeah, I'm thankful. Like, I don't have any hard feelings towards it anymore. I feel really good about it, and yeah.
Now we have our sweet Liliana Elizabeth Patton.
That's the story. And
God gets the glory.
For the story. Okay.